Okay, let me ask you an easy question. What year was Tsongkhapa born? What year? 16 what? Are you sure 16 or 14? Huh? Oh, chị tông xung quanh ngắm chừng nào đứa trẻ em chỉ trung lễ sẵn mới học rồi có lô đùa. When did you join Dharma? About 6-7 months ago, huh? That monk? That monk was a monk. Oh, very good. 1357, very, very good. Even I didn't know. I knew it was somewhere around 1400. 1600. I think Tsongkhapa Fat Monk was born that time. TC. Let me ask you another real easy question. Why is his hat yellow? Tsongkhapa hat yellow. Why? Wrong answer, you get 3 more questions. You wanted to drive here. Why? Because he spilled mustard on it? What? Kasa. What did he say?
Penetrate.
Penetrate what? When anybody asks you who your guru, just say Karmapa. Oh, yo. Or say Dalai Lama or somebody that they can handle you. Don't say it's me, please. No. I've got enough bad reputation. Yo. It's yellow, you know why? Because they ran out of red. So you see. He went to the clock, saw they round, they said, yellow, that's it, honey. So Tsongkhapa says, pack it up. Yo. Oh, I got a new victim. Finally. I love it. All right. Shall we or shall we not? Let me throw a divination. If it falls here, yes. If here, no. Oh, it's yes. The gods want me to ask you a question. Was Buddha a boy or a girl? Did you hear that, Chia? It's your lucky day. Chia. You made him real happy. On a relative level, he was male. Hello? Chia was real happy. Jeez. She was trying to be deep and, how to say, meditative. Neither. Never mind. Come on, anybody has questions? You lost a lot of weight, huh? What happened? Been doing cardio? What's your secret? Can you tell me, please? You what? Getting fired at the company. Employed. Oh, I've been employed by the monastery. I got fatter. I don't know what happened. Maybe I ought to work for your company. I can lose weight. This guy lost a lot of weight. Look. What, about 6-7 kgs, huh? 8, yeah. Look more. Not fair. God, I run and jog all day long. I put on more weight. Jeez. I'm 89.9 kgs. I was 87 last week. No, 88. I put on 1.9. What a heart attack. God. What's so funny, Angel? Make you gain my weight. I'm not evil. I'm an evil MC. Come on, no questions? Everybody knows anything? Smaple, what are you hiding back there for? Any questions? You sure? Your Christmas pudding was not bad. It blew up in my microwave. I put it on too long. But I can still eat it. It was okay. Maple brought me a Christmas pudding back from England. And that helped me put on the 1.9 kgs. I ate the whole thing. I almost ate the paper, too, because it was so good. Yep. So nobody has any Dharma questions. I guess we can end it here, huh? Everybody knows everything. Come on, hello? Somebody ask somebody. Once somebody starts, everybody else starts. Come on, somebody be the brave victim. Come on. Okay, we sit here and look at each other. Let's all look at Rod Stewart. Let's all stare at her. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah. Caught. You look like a Halloween mask when you said that. Mm-hmm. No. Actually, what you're saying is something more of a reflection of oneself. What you notice about other people is innately what you really are. So the things that disturb you, the things that disturb you more is what you will notice about other people more. So that can be that you are, it can be that you are not, but that's what disturbs you. But that's not what I mean by what goes around comes around. What I mean by that is when you do something like that, you actually collect a mental imprint, a karma, that at the correct time, it will ripen back upon you. It's actually a storage of energy that will ripen back. What you're saying and what I'm saying is slightly different but related. Quite related. If someone stabs you from the back, they say nasty, they do this and blah, blah, blah. If, first of all, you think to yourself, if I was to clarify myself, will it make a difference? If it will make a difference, you go ahead and do it. If you think to yourself, if I'm going to clarify myself, and it's not going to make a difference, leave it. Now, if it's going to make a difference, the second thing you must check is, what's your motivation for doing this? Am I going to do it to get them back? Or am I... And if you do it to get them back, you're the same as them. Or am I going to do it to clarify and not get them back? My motivation is not getting them back. So if it's not getting them back and you clarify yourself with the motivation that it will help them, it's all right. You don't sit there and just let people step all over you. His Holiness the Dalai Lama once said during the teaching that if you're running down the alley, if you're walking down the street and someone attacks you and wants to hurt you and they want to stab you, you don't let them stand there and say, oh, I'm a Buddhist, stab me, I'm a Bodhisattva, I've taken Bodhisattva vows, stab me, kill me, in my case, rape me, whatever, You don't stand there and do that, you fight it off. But once you get the knife back, you fight it off, you don't stab them back, you don't hurt them back. You report them to the proper authorities. There's nothing un-Buddhist, there's nothing unspiritual, and there's nothing unreligious about that. You don't run around the streets with your bag open, oh, take everything, I'm a Bodhisattva. Well, unless you're a Kong, but never mind. It's different. So what I'm trying to say is this, is you can fight back, but fight has a negative connotation in English. You can defend yourself and you can explain yourself, but make sure the motivation is not to do it the way they did it to you. If you do it back the way they did it to you, you become them. Simultaneously, you become the karma. Simultaneously, along with that, what happens is this, you create a type of karma that you reinforce that action. You reinforce it again and again and again and again until that action becomes very, very strong, very, very powerful, and it's very hard to cut. The reasons why we take vows, the reasons why we make promises to our teachers and to the Buddhas is to cut away at reinforcements. The things that we have reinforced in doing that are negative, we cut it by making vows. We cut it by making promises to the three jewels. Do you understand that? That's a good question. Questions? Any questions? Oh yes, of course. It's very interesting.
Because of all that, so I'm now
I'm so moved. I thought there was going to be a long sing-along, song, and dance, but it's like, it sure is. I'm glad your story's short too. I'm leaving the company. Why do I feel sad? But never mind. Never mind, you'll start your own company, become really rich, and we're going to run away to the Caribbean together. Yeah, we're going to run away. All first class, we're going to run away. You're going to buy me a house on the Caribbean. I'm going to hang out there with my big Buddha statues, make offerings with my golden bronze body. And you're going to be some corner running around with some native in the jungle, catching fish and doing other nasty things. It's okay, congratulations. Couldn't you see us running around the Caribbean with my golden bronze body with no love handles? Keep dreaming, I know. Yeah, we'll probably be on some boat made from reeds, sailing away with an SOS sign. Jeez, TC. Come on, any questions, anybody? Illumina? No questions, don't be shy. She or me? Both of us. How do we promote good imprints? That's very good. That's an excellent question. Pacha. The imprints in Tibetan, you will say pacha. Pacha is imprints. Now, number one, you need to identify. You need to identify the imprint. Number two, you need to know that that imprint creates negative actions. Three, you need to know that there is methods to cut those imprints. Four, application of those methods. Now, there are many, many ways to cut imprints. If you wish to cut an imprint that leaves you in suffering in samsara, if you wish to cut an imprint that leaves you suffering in samsara, in order to cut that imprint, not only can you apply the methods and know what to do, you need to also have the collection of merits in order to support the practice of cutting off those imprints. So, if you do not have the merits accumulated from practice to support the practice to cut off those imprints, then even application and knowing the methods will be futile, will be useless. So the collection of merits is very, very important for cutting off negative habituations or imprints. One of the best ways for doing that is, on an immediate level, for people who are not initiated, on an immediate level is the four types of the preliminary practices, okay, which will be mandala offerings, prostrations, Vajrasattva's mantra, Guru Yoga, mandala offerings. Those preliminary practices are especially designed in order to cut away at negative imprints, and it's very unique because they cut at the same time they collect the merit to give you the power to cut. It's like it's a knife with a sharpener, as opposed to a knife that becomes dull after a while. So the sharpener is the collection of merits. 1. 2 is to engage in some type of meditational sadhana. If you engage in any type of meditational sadhana, example, if your yidam is, your meditational deity is Avalokiteshvara Chenezi, or Nyesun Kundro, we received that right? Example, if your meditational deity is Nyesun Kundro, or your meditational deity is Lama Tsongkhapa or whatever. In the case of an initiate, you would visualize yourself in the form of a deity. And the reality around you is the reality of a deity. All that you perceive is that of a deity. If you do that, you collect a positive and very, very powerful imprint, cutting off previous habituation and implanting the seeds in order that you become Avalokiteshvara in the future. So, sadhana, dake, in Tibetan we say sadhana is dake. Da means oneself, ke means to grow or to transform or to change. So dake means self-transformation. Self-transformation from that of a negative, unhappy, controlled, subjugated, karmically inflicted person that is stuck in suffering and samsara and ignorance, transformed into a person who is bright, clear, with wisdom, compassion, and in short, one that becomes a Buddha. In this case, Buddha Avalokiteshvara or Chenesi or Kuan Yin. So when you do a sadhana, the process of the sadhana is actually to transform you from that of an ordinary person into that of a fully enlightened being. So every time you do the sadhana, you do it well. You do it correctly. Conjoined with holding the vows and commitments along with it. You'll get one step closer and closer and closer. The transformation will change. And in fact, when you do your sadhanas very, very, very well, transforming one's mind becomes effortless. Very effortless. Why? Some people know a lot of Dharma, but their actions do not reflect their knowledge. Some people know very little Dharma, but they can apply it in such a way that they look like they know a lot of Dharma, but they don't. Why? Because knowledge of the Dharma is not enough in bringing the result. You need merits. Without the collection of merits, simply applying methods of Dharma, you will not get any results. It's like a cook who knows the ingredients of a food and what to do, or a chef that just copies, takes things and throws things in a pot and cooks it. He doesn't know the timing, he doesn't know the season, he doesn't know the heat, he doesn't know anything what to put in to make it delicious. So, the collection of merit is extremely, extremely important. And then some people have said, well, Christians will always try to convert people and say the more they convert, it will bring them closer to heaven. And at the same time, they save the other person. Isn't that a selfish attitude? In Buddhism, it's always, why don't you do things for the sake of doing it for the other person? Why do you keep doing it for the sake of collection of merit so that you can become a Buddha and you can be free from samsara and suffering? People have come up with that question, and I think it's a very good question. Why do you always think about collecting merits? Why do Buddhists always say merit, 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 merit? Why don't you just do it? Then I say that's very true. But don't stop there. You don't collect merits for the sake of collecting merit. You don't stop there. For the sake of all sentient beings, I will engage in a practice, this sadhana, this practice, or this item. So what you're doing is, you're not collecting karma for yourself to be free. You're collecting karma in order to gain the ability to be of the utmost benefit for others. But in the process, as a byproduct, you yourself, even without wanting it, become free of suffering and samsara. You yourself become a Buddha as a byproduct. So you don't do good things and positive things and practices and meditations for the sake of yourself being free from suffering. It doesn't stop there. Yes, I want to collect merit. We'll say in Tibetan very easily, make some offerings, you'll collect merit. It's said like that, but with the understanding that, no, the merit is not collected for yourself. The merit is collected that you may become a position, be within a position to be of even more benefit to others. Does everybody understand that? To be of more benefit to others. That is why you collect merit. It isn't just collect merit, then I'll be happy. If you have a lot of merit, you have a lot of good karma, you get good food, yes you will. You get friends, yes you will. You will get money, you will get all these things because these things are based on merit. Yes, you will. But that's not the reason why you get it. It's a side product. That's it. Example, some girls may wash their hair and make it shiny and long and attractive so that when you walk down the street in the sunlight it catches, some guy sees them and they can attract them. Yes, but a side product is they don't get like lice. It doesn't smell. Diseases don't come. The skin doesn't crack because it's dirty. That's a side product. They may not think about that, but that's a side product. Similarly, you don't collect merit that you can be free from samsara or sufferings. That's not the reason why you're collecting merit. The reason why you are collecting merit is simplified form of saying with the understanding that I wish to become a fully enlightened being. I wish to be in a position that I'm qualified to be a benefit to others. That is why I will do this action. Everything else comes along as a side product. Does everybody understand that point? See, I stress these points all the time. I will stress it for the rest of my life if I give Dharma talks all the time. Some of you may think, doesn't he have anything else to talk about? I may or may not, doesn't really matter. But for some people, they've heard it. They don't practice it. I need to say it again and again and again to remind them until the day they actually practice it. For some, they have not heard it. So if you are practicing it perfectly, you can be bored in hearing it again and again. If you are not practicing it perfectly, you should listen to it again and again and think deeply, why? And examine why I'm not practicing it. So some people may think, oh, this Rinpoche, all he ever talks about is self-transformation. He doesn't give any initiations, he doesn't do any rituals, he doesn't do anything fancy, you know. He doesn't jump up and down, nothing. He doesn't wear weird clothes and run around and give us a show like they do in the Himalayas. So boring. He doesn't even chant and throw some rice on us, nothing. Well, sorry, wrong picture show. My hang-up is this. All that doesn't matter if you don't understand these basics. If these basics are not understood and practiced, what's the point of going to different types of Buddhism, different realms? What's the point of doing elaborate rituals? To tell you all the truth, elaborate rituals, long pujas, initiations, all that, they bore me silly. Why? I've been doing them for years and years, attending, receiving, giving for many, 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 many years. You don't see transformation in people. You don't see a change in people. Some people even run around saying, oh, I've received so many extra number of initiations, I'm better than you. So for me, initiations and all those rituals and all those practices are of no benefit if you don't understand the subtleties of karma, if you don't understand the reason why we attend the Dharma, if you don't understand why we want the Dharma, why we're practicing the Dharma. If you can understand that, and you actually practice the cause and effect, karma, you practice that. You practice the practices of regret. And then you do one simple sadhana, one simple meditational practice every day. You will see more results than if you do 100 meditational practices. The foundation is there. It's like trying to build 100 houses. Come. Hi, come in. And I thought I was late. Come on in. Hello. It's okay. Bribery will get you everywhere. Thank you. Come on in. Thank you. Is that for me or Buddha? Half. Give it to me. I don't want the answer. No, it's a trick question. Oh, thank you. How nice. Thank you. Wow. Is there any money inside? Oh, it's a bird. I'm just kidding. This is my hairstylist. This is the reason why I may be ugly or beautiful today. This is Freddie and Daphne. Thank you. And that concludes our Dharma talk. Let's do our dedication. Oh, sorry. Oh, touche. This is Kating Rinpoche from Ganden Monastery. This is Geshe Punso Dorji, and this is Gen Losang Wangchu. These I've known these guys. I've known him for many, many years, but this is a chicken. He's very young. He's a chicken Rinpoche. He's 26. And so when I entered the monastery, he was an egg. So, which came first? But in this case, the egg came first. So Rinpoche here is very, very young, very humble, and he works very, very hard for Ganden Monastery. Very, very hard. He's running around making communication, talking and stuff. And he's one of these Rinpoches that actually do not manifest teaching. What he does is he works for the Sangha very, very hard in the circles. So whenever Geraldine goes to India to do anything in the monastery, Rinpoche helps her very much. And he's so humble that he helps her. And also, all our pujas that all of you guys do all the time, non-stop, Margaret. Oh, God, the monastery can retire on Margaret's puja. She's so kind. All the pujas must go through Rinpoche. Rinpoche actually arranges for people with trucks to go to Hubli, which is a nearby city. They have to go from the village 1 to 1.5 hours to the city to buy huge amounts of vegetables to feed 1,300 monks, fruits, butter, salt, etc., and come back on a huge truck. Lori sumina nina. 2 lorries, huge. Cart the food back. He'll personally go and buy it, bring it back with assistance, and then he arranged for the monastery to have it cut and prepared and cooked for the monks. He'll write out all the offerings. He'll get all the money prepared to break it down into small amounts to completely make offerings to the monks and take pictures and send it back to make sure the puja is done. So he's been doing this for us for many, many years. So I thought I'd bring him here as a little vacation. And Geshe Punso has received his Geshe degree. He's a fully qualified Geshe, which is a doctorate or PhD in Buddhism. All right? He's been studying for 20 plus years in the monastery, longer than I've been alive. Yeah, he's been studying many years. And he not only that, he's also gone to the Tantric monastery of Gyume, Upper Tantra College, to study 1 year of Tantra and rituals. So he's very, very good in rituals. And I've known him for over 10 years. He's the guy I drag all over when I go here in India, there. You know, I want to go here. He's one of these guys that sit there, do his prayers all the time, say, let's go have fun. And he looked at, the first time we were friends, he looked at me like, but you know how I changed him after a while. So I've known, he's been one of my best friends for many, many years. This guy also, he came from Tibet. Took him 19 days, this is a fast one. Took him 19 days to cross the mountain from Tibet over the Himalayas into Nepal. They walked. You know, walked. No airplanes, no Rod Stewart, nothing. They actually... Don't you love her hair? Isn't she great? Doesn't she look like Rod Stewart? She's great, huh? Anyways, he walked across the mountains, came into Nepal. From there, he went to refugee camps and came down to South India. So I met him like about 8-9 years ago. He's been my very, very good friend. And he's also working in the monastery and studying at the same time. So I have a lot of friends there, but these are some of my closer friends, and I decided just to bring him to Malaysia for a visit because it's such a very beautiful and very wonderful country, and it's my home, and I want them to see where I'm living. And my inner motivations, they go back there and tell the abbots that I'm a good boy, and I get a good report into the monastery, and I don't get ejected. You know what I mean? All right, so these three are here visiting with us, and they're going to be going back on Monday. And some of you have been making offerings of food and dana and donations, whatever, toward their visit. I want to thank you very, very, very much. All right? And yeah, that's these three guys. So what were we talking about just now? Huh? Imprints. Any questions on that? Any questions on imprints? Innate imprint is something like, good night. Innate imprint is something that has been with you for a very, very long time. It is not something that comes as a result of imprint. It is something that has been there for many, many, many aeons. Example of an innate imprint is ignorance. Another innate imprint is anger. Another innate imprint is desire. So those kind of imprints are very deep, and they're very basic, and they're the roots of the other imprints. So if you cut them off, the symptomatic signs of those will be gone. So innate imprints are the basic three in the center, in the center of the samsaric wheel, represented by the chicken, the pig, and snake. Innate. Anger, desire, ignorance. Yes, these three. Questions? That's very good. Almost had me stumped, but anyways. Chicken. No, I got an extra one. Chicken, pig, and snake. We put a peacock in there. A fall. But somebody will know the meaning behind that. I won't look in their direction. Oh, acquired imprint is something like imprint that is innate. From the innate imprint of not destroying that, you make other imprints as a result of that. Example, if you're very angersome and you have a habit of being angry and not destroying that imprint, another result of that anger may manifest. Some people manifest anger in never speaking to you again. Some people manifest in anger in scolding you. So when they scold, and that becomes a habit, and if they do it again and again and again as a manifestation of the innate imprint, that becomes an acquired imprint. It is an imprint that's acquired as a result of the innate imprint. Questions? No more toughies from advanced Dharma students. Jeez. I want simple ones. Hey, that's pretty good, huh? I'm very happy. You read his biography, huh? Must read at least once every 3 months. Yeah, know it well. It'll be your Bible. Very good. I'm very, very happy. No joke, I'm very happy. I'm going to give you a present. Don't be greedy. Very good. That makes me really excited and happy. Questions? Come on, Freddie. Now is your chance. He needs to visit your salon. No. Daphne, questions? Come on. Just when you have the chance, you blank out. Hey, Rod, what happened? Nothing? How about you? Calvin, no questions? You know everything. Wow. It sounds like I don't care. That's why I don't have any questions. Weird. What about the king of atmosphere? Any questions? Nothing? You know everything too, huh? Nobody's going to care. Come on, just ask it. You know everything too, huh? Okay, we'll talk about something. Buddhism is quite deep. It's very, very vast. And it has many, many chapters. One of the reasons is Buddha was very, very open, very pragmatic, and very ahead of his times. He was a very great leader, and he was a very great speaker, and he was a very great thinker. And he actually practiced and achieved what he taught. So whatever angle you look at Lord Buddha, the historical Indian Lord Buddha Shakyamuni, I'm not talking about all the deities that came afterwards. I'm talking about the historical Lord Buddha in India. He actually practiced what he taught, and due to his practice, he was able to teach because he attained what he had taught. So what was amazing about Buddha, unlike other philosophers and other teachers and other masters, there are many, many masters. I'm considered a master. I know, as funny as that sounds, but never mind. I teach as from what I've heard and what I have examined as the truth. So I teach and I share with the motivation to explain and give you knowledge from masters who have great wisdom. I don't teach with the motivation or the kind of direction that I have attained what I've taught. This is what I always want to stress. I have not attained anything that I have taught, but I teach in sharing what I have been taught and what I have heard. So I don't think that you need to attain everything that you are teaching in order to teach, because if we were to wait, no one would teach. There would be very few people. So what I feel is, what I've heard from my great masters are excellent, and it could be of great help in this turbulent type world, society, and modern age, where lighting is very convenient, water is very convenient, getting food and medication and education and traveling and entertainment is very easy. But yet the mind is unsettled and unhappy. Our mind, in fact, is more unhappy now with more technology, with more advancement, with more knowledge, with more state-of-the-art whatnot. In fact, our mind has become more unhappy, more unsettled. Think about it. So, I don't teach on the proponent or on the basis that I have attained what I am teaching. That's why I always tell people I'm just an ordinary person with no attainments, with a big title. I was just at the right place at the right time when they were handing it out. Nope, no more. Too bad, Rob. So, I don't teach on the basis that I'm attained. I teach on the basis to share some knowledge that is excellent. I may be allergic to vitamin C, but if it's good for you, I'll let you know about it. Doesn't mean that I have to take it in order to promote it to you. But Buddha is quite different. Buddha didn't teach on the basis of sharing. He didn't teach on the basis of it's good, and he didn't practice. Lord Buddha actually practiced and attained what he taught. And so when he teaches you different than me, when Lord Buddha taught, he taught from direct experience and direct realization. So when he said to you, oh, Kuan Yin looks like that, like that, like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. Kuan Yin is like this, like this, like this. Kuan Yin has this ability, that ability, blah, 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 on and on. He is actually looking at Kuan Yin. He has met Kuan Yin. Actually, Kuan Yin is his disciple. And he knows the qualities of Kuan Yin, so he's telling you. When I tell you about Kuan Yin and her beautiful qualities, it is not that I've seen, heard, or had an experience of Kuan Yin. It is what I have read, what I've been taught, and what results I've seen in people who have practiced Kuan Yin. So when I explain things to people, I explain on the level of, sorry? Yes, on sharing. I am not a perfect person, and I want to make that clear. Far from it. And I have many imperfect qualities. Maybe I have more imperfect qualities than some of you. Young people like Jinai, who are clean and sweet and unspoiled, I'm sure they have much more better qualities than me. And I'm not praising anyone. So I don't teach and sit on a throne to let you know that I'm perfect and I'm wonderful and I'm good. I'm not. I'm definitely not. I'm just as naughty as some people. But Buddhism has taught me to be honest and to admit it. And to say it. And to face it. That's what Buddhism has done to me. Has made me a more... Oh my goodness! That was such a disgusting yawn. I must do it for you. I'm trying to teach this holy Dharma to take you to Buddhahood, and I look down and I see... Then when she was caught... Oh my God, what a gross, disgusting, ugly, rude yawn. Oh, I need a strawberry to recover. A grape. Oh, I offer this to Buddha. Amen. Oh my God. It was just so gross. It was shocking. I need counseling after this. Now I'm going to have a phobia about looking in that direction every time I teach. I just have to look like... You know what I mean? Did you see? Rude, huh? So big the mouth. Yeah, and some more the nostril hair coming out. Yo. Uncle likes that too. Wow. 多年修的昆山生的那这半年了。대단지 강바지 주단지 구부단지 드라마 저게 제도 돈이 벌어마디. Oh, recording 이렇게. Now. Okay. Bye, Auntie. Oh, shoes. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. She's the one always rolling mantras, huh? She can barely walk. Can she really roll mantra? Oh, never mind. Come on, Johnny. Come on in. Come on in. So, Buddha taught from total experience. And that's what's incredible. Imagine someone teaching all these things because they have realized it and they actually practiced it and they actually gained the result. When Buddha taught to you about compassion, when he taught to you about not harming others and taking the suffering of others onto yourself and accepting the suffering of others and giving your happiness over to them, he actually practiced that. He actually does that. People like me think it's wonderful. People like me praise it. People like me believe in it. Practicing it, I'm attempting. Definitely I'm attempting. So imagine someone like that actually practices and then teaches it to you. And not only practice. It's wonderful to see someone in meditation restricting themselves from negative activities,
but also someone who has received the results of their meditation and taught. And as predicted, Lord Buddha said he will live 81 years. He lived for 81 years. He was enlightened in his mid-30s. And from then on, in Bodh Gaya, under the tree he was enlightened, he walked back and forth and back and forth. If my memory serves me correct, 7 to 8 weeks. He walked back and forth, contemplating whether he will speak about what he has attained. Why? Because the subtleties of it and the immense impact it will have will be very great. And he doesn't know whether people can accept it and practice it or not. So he actually walked back and forth, all the way until he walked to Sadhnath from Bodh Gaya. Bodh Gaya to Sadhnath is 1 night by train on Indian roads. So if you walk, it takes days. So he walked to Sadhnath, where in Sadhnath, the Lord of the desire realm heavens, Brahma appeared. What you say is the four-faced Buddha is actually Brahma in the Hindu pantheon of deities, is Brahma. Lord Brahma appeared, respectfully offered Buddha a 1,000-spoked Dharma wheel and requested Lord Buddha to turn the wheel of Dharma. So when Lord Buddha was requested by the four-faced Buddha, he's not a Buddha actually, but they just say that conveniently, I don't know why, around here. Four-faced Tsangpa, we call him, Tsangpa or Brahma, requested Lord Buddha for the teachings. Then Lord Buddha taught the wheel of Dharma. His career started. And opened his mouth and taught the Four Noble Truths immediately to them. And then the people who actually disdained him, some of them fellow meditation people that was practicing with him, but felt that he wasn't good and whatever, there was a lot of controversies. Then they also came to him to get teachings. And slowly his teachings just grew. And remember, during Buddha's time, alright, I want you guys to realize this. During Buddha's time, there's no telephone, no lights, no printing press, no email. It can spread all over India itself, which is huge, and to the other Asian countries. And the people who actually practiced Lord Buddha's teachings well and intensely, when you come near these people, you can actually feel a presence. You can actually feel an aura. You can feel something different about them. Definitely. I've come across very great Dharma practitioners, Buddhist practitioners, very great ones, that when I come near them, I just cry and cry and cry and cry. I don't know why. I have no explanation for it. All I can tell you is a lot of people came around me and cried, but not the reason you think. But never mind. And I come around near me and I cry too, but that's a different reason. But anyways, I've come across great Dharma practitioners that I had just cried and cried and cried. Simple old ladies who do 2 or 3 or 4 million mantras per year. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme. They recite. Simple old nuns in Dharamsala who have no knowledge of Dharma. They just hold on to the nun vows very well, and they sit and live in a very secluded place, and they do their prayers, Om Mani Padme, Om Mani Padme, Om Mani. And they have visions of Kuan Yin, they have visions of Tara that speak to them. Very simple. I have brass, gold, silver statues of Tara. Nobody speaks to me. Nobody. Nobody opens their mouth. Sometimes I wonder, I ask them, are you guys there? Nobody talks. Yes, so simple. I've come across very simple monks and simple lay people who you can just see that the practice of Dharma has changed their lives. I met one old monk in Drepung a long, long time ago. A very simple old monk. He said that he was very unhappy. He says his mind is always unsettled. His mind is always unhappy. Always. Even though he was a monk, even though he was ordained, even though he has given up many things that would create worry for him. Business, finance, wife, children, everything. He just became a monk. Yet he was unsettled, he was unhappy, and he couldn't find peace. He would sit in his little monk cell. He couldn't do anything, just unhappy. He told me himself. I don't know why we went to visit him. For some reason we went to visit years ago. And then he said to me, one day he went to visit his guru, Dharma Rinpoche, And Denpa Lachur Rinpoche said to him, oh, cut out all your complicated practices, cut out everything. Just do the mantra of Tsongkhapa. Just do the mantra. We call it in Tibetan Miktsema. Miktsema Dönshos means just recite Miktsema's mantra. And the monk said, that's it? You know, like no initiation, I don't get a fabulous yidam with a lot of arms and big head and on fire, no clothes on with a consort or something, you know. Don't I get a naked woman or something? You know, I like things that are on fire, loud, naked consorts and all. That's more fun, more exciting. You know, they're holding skulls, knives, and they threaten you. I love it. He says, that's it? Just do Tsongkhapa? He says, yes. And the monk himself told me, he started doing Tsongkhapa's mantra, that's it. And he had a statue, he had a little picture of Lama Tsongkhapa. He made water offerings to him. And he just did his mantra. He says, after he started, his mind calmed down completely. I was so moved. There was this simple old monk. All his hair is white. He can barely see already. And his room was maybe half the size of this room. Very simple, with just a wooden bed, with a very simple altar with a picture of Lama Tsongkhapa. Not complicated at all like us. Not complicated like me at all. And living with no toilet, no running water, electricity sometimes. Sitting in the room, doing his Lama Tsongkhapa mantras and meditating on that and that alone. And he said he found peace. I was amazed. And to sit in the presence of this old monk, I have something to say, but I will control myself. Om Mani Padme Hum. It's interesting, we have a Dharma talk once every 3 months, but during that day we have so many things to do and so many phone calls, just on that day. Isn't that incredible? Jeez. We must save it. Oh, Rinpoche is giving a talk, let's do everything on that day. Oh. Alright, I said it. Om Bhaja Sato Home. Oh, okay, I regret it. Purify me. Now, what was I talking about? Yeah. And here I am. Here I am with a Rinpoche's title. Sitting on golden thrones, wearing golden clothes. With sponsors and traveling and teaching and stuff like that. And I can't find peace in my heart. And I've got attendants. In the monastery, I had 30 attendants. Well, 25 plus. Somebody will make my food, somebody will wash my clothes, somebody will give me a massage, you know, it's the whole shebang. Yeah, I was like some kind of like tired dance 3 or something. Yeah, all these people, and I just wasn't happy. And I met this monk, and I thought, oh my God, isn't that incredible? And he said it to me. He looked at me. I mean, he couldn't see well, but he kind of looked in my direction. He had these real thick glasses, white hair. He said, that's all he said. He said, I don't do any practices, I don't do any meditation, I don't do anything. I just focus on Lama Tsongkhapa and I do his mantra. And he says, after I started, which was like 20 years ago, he says, I'm very happy. He says, I'm at peace. I have no wants. I have no grasping. I have no desires. I want to just do my Lama Tsongkhapa mantra and I want to not disturb others. I was so moved. I mean, people like that make you cry. There I am, you know, with intricate statues and lots of jewelry on them and big statues and big mantras. And I get blessed. I'm sitting at pujas and rituals and I have a grand altar and I've got silver bowls and, you know, and I don't want a picture of Lama Tsongkhapa. How boring. I want an actual statue. Put a lot of gold on it. I want it from Nepal. I want it handmade. I want it 5 foot high. It's incredible. And there he was, sitting in front of me, all happy. And I met people like that. I actually met people like that. And that's incredible. That's what makes me sit here and talk about Dharma to you all. That's what actually motivates me to talk. Because it's not something that I'm bored. Trust me, I am bored, but I'm not that bored. And it's like, I don't talk about Dharma to all of you guys and ask questions or whatever. I don't talk about it because I'm bored, or I don't talk about it because I don't have nothing to do, or it's something to do, or it's my own passion interest. I've actually seen people who practice Dharma. I've actually seen people who do Dharma, and I've actually witnessed them and their results. That's why I talk about it. I'm not telling you that I have reached that peace and I have those results. I'm not telling you that or inferring that or going around the corner by saying that. But what I'm telling you is definitely I have come across people who actually do have the results. I've come across people who actually know the results and have people, hello. I've come across people who actually have received the results. So because I've witnessed that they have these kind of results, I've witnessed that they do have results, I have the courage to sit and talk about it. I have the courage to sit and relay this type of message to all of you. And for me, I'm actually a messenger. People like Buddha, people like Lama Tsongkhapa, people like His Holiness the Dalai Lama, they're not messengers. They're not avatars. They're not prophets. They are living Buddhas. They are people who have actually practiced. Mother Teresa, another living Buddha. They are living Buddhas who actually have achieved their practice, and they live it and they share it. People like me have not lived it yet, but we are trying to experience it, and we are trying to share it and relay it. And we're talking about it because we've seen it. It's like I've gone to Mount Kailash, I've seen it, and I say to you, oh, it's like that, like that, like that, like that. Oh, if you want to go there, it's like that, like that, like that, like that. So never think that I am someone that's attained, or never think that I am someone that's very high, or I am mysterious, or I have visions, or I have dreams, I'm clairvoyant. I'm not. Definitely not. But I have experienced a lot of people who have those, and I've studied under them. And so I have a little bit of knowledge in order to pass to all of you, to share this knowledge with you as a messenger. And that's all I am. I'm just a messenger. Alright? So, Lord Buddha, we can take refuge in. Refuge means to totally surrender your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, even insecurities and fears that your closest friend and mate and husband and wife may not know. Totally surrender to Lord Buddha. Open your heart. Or a Buddha. A Buddha may be, for you, Krishna. It could be Jesus. It could be Shakyamuni. It could be Tsongkhapa. It could be Tara. It doesn't matter. Be Kuan Yin. To surrender yourself to a Buddha. So when I say Buddha, I don't just mean the historical one. I mean any other Buddha that's fully enlightened. So to totally surrender yourself to the Buddha. And let go. Don't keep thinking about your problems and focusing on your problems and making it bigger. The problems are already big. The problems are already there. The problems due to your karma has already arisen. It's there. There's no way to get rid of it. It's manifested. So when we focus on it and we think about it and we put more energy into it, the problem can only become bigger. It becomes bigger not because it is big. It is because we have put our energies into it. And we give it power to overcome us. I'm not saying to you, you don't have problems. Some of you have bigger problems than me. Some of you, I have bigger problems than you. Some of you are problems. And some of you think I'm a problem. But whatever the case is, a problem is a problem and it's there. And I'm not denying the fact that you have problems and that they're small, and just by the whisk of my hand they go away, or just by a grand Dharma talk and you accept Buddha, they're fine. I'm not saying that to you. I'm not saying that when you leave this room today, all your problems are gone. Because if I can do that, I would have snapped my finger for myself a long time ago. Forget about you guys. I snapped it for me. $3 million. 10 million bucks. That's US, honey. Yeah. I want a big Buddha statue. I don't want these teeny little cheapskate ones. Yeah. No love handles. Immediately. You know what I mean? Chest. Bigger nipples. Everything, you know, so that it shines through when I wear my t-shirts, you know? I mean, Rod Stewart's hair stands up without being straightened. I hate her. Her hair stands up with gel. Mine can't because it's all curly. It's a Tibetan curly thing. It looks like goat's hair, you know? They put on all this Redken stuff. Yeah. I would have straight hair like Rod Stewart. And, yeah.
I have all these wishes. I snap it for myself, forget you guys. Oops. The truth comes out. He has no compassion. Da-da-da. Okay, you found out. So yeah. Yeah, you have problems. All of you have big problems. And the problems begin the day you're born. The day you're born, the problems begin. The minute your teeth are coming out, it's a problem. It's painful. You got to bite people, got to bite things, bite everything, bite. Sometimes you bite the wrong thing, you get sick. The minute you're born, you got problems. The minute you go to school, you got problems. You get teased to death. I was teased to death. Till I was in the 6th grade, and everybody loved me. And then I became fat, nobody liked me again. Then I became skinny. I mean, it was a cycle, but never mind. It was a big problem. Then if you take a wrong turn when you're taking rebirth, you're in Bardo. Bardo means an intermediate state when you die. So your little soul is flying around, and you're looking for a mother and father to join. And then you're supposed to go here, and then the wind blows, you take a wrong turn. And then you wake up, you go, oh my God. Oh God, why? Why did I take this rebirth with this mother, with this father? Why? Why couldn't my mother be? Oh my God. Yeah. And that's what happened to me. I went like that, and then the wind blew, I took a wrong turn, and then I saw something there, and another wind blew, and I went right, and I went, oh God. So I took a couple of wrong turns. Yeah, that's my problem. And Rod, I wouldn't laugh too hard, honey. You look like you were with that turn with me. Gee, I took 3 wrong turns, Rod took 4. That's how she got that wonderful hair. Yeah. So, when I was taking my rebirth and I took my wrong turn, oh God, I hate that. Next life, all the inner circle people, oh I love it. All the inner circle people. And I gotta do that finger mudra that she does. Some people will know what I'm talking about. The inner circle. Hey, why didn't you wear your shirt? Hello. Next time got punishment, Next time we make the whole circus come in and join you and make you do a song and dance. Jeez. So what was I talking about? God, you guys distract me, huh? Oh, Rod Stewart took a wrong turn. Jeez. Rod Stewart opened her eyes, she went, oops, wrong place, but oh well, I'm stuck. And then there's some other people that took a couple of wrong turns. But we won't say any names. So yeah. People think when they enter Dharma, or they enter some religion, or they go meet some Tibetan high, beautiful, fabulous Rinpoche. Thank you. I know I'm enlightened, but can any of you see a halo around me? Can you guys see a halo? No karma, oh well. It's there, but just because you can't see it, what to say? It's the, oops, yeah, I bumped it. So anyways, people think, oh, this great Rinpoche is coming from Tibet, Shangri-La, Shambhala, the middle of Mount Everest. They all live on a mountain and they meditate and they all have psychic powers and they sleep in the snow naked and they melt the snow around them. Yeah, they have this vision. And there are Rinpoches like that. Really, I'm not one of them, but there are. And I'm going to go to this Rinpoche and he has all this power. And he can do divinations, he has clairvoyance, he can see the future. He can do everything from he can invoke all the gods and come down and bless me and all my problems, everything's solved. Where God? Where God like that? Rinpoche like that God. Problem can take away no God. Yeah. No God. But what happens is when we enter religion, spiritual practice, or we enter anything having to do with that, we have a preconception. These guys are miracle guys. They're like, men in red. They wear dark glasses. They're sent down from Buddha or whatever, and they're there with glasses, men in red with big guns to shoot away your problems. It doesn't happen that way. But what these men in red can do is explain to you the nature of problems, the origin of problems, the methods to cut them out, and some relief for them. But the actual actor in this play is yourselves. You need to apply it. And men like me, who actually share this knowledge, not teach it from experience, if you apply it, you will definitely get the result. Why? I didn't make it up. I swear. Scout's honor. I didn't make it up.
It comes from my great gurus, which came from their gurus, which came from Buddha himself. So when we actually apply the methods taught by someone who is tested and proven it works, how can we not get a result? How can we not get a result? Think about it. Now I'm giving you guys intelligent, educated people here. You're not mountain goats. You're not mountain aunties and mountain uncles. Maybe got one or two, but never mind. You're not stupid people. So I'm giving you logic why Dharma can work. Why Dharma will work if you apply it. And how it can cut away your problems. I'm giving you the logical basis behind it. Think about it. Now, getting an initiation is very easy. You just sit there, and the Rinpoche sits there and go, wah, 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 recite all the mantras, and then, if you're lucky, he throws some things at you. And then you're like, oh, I didn't even aim at you. Yeah. And everybody likes that. Everybody likes to go to this Rinpoche. They're 5,000 kgs. They wear all these funny hats, and their fat head's so big that their hat is all crooked. You know what I mean? And they can barely walk. They sit there like... for the benefit of all sentient beings. And then the translator is sitting there like... And then you sit there in the ceremony, and of course you have to pay 50 ringgits to get in there for the blessing. Oops, I forgot that. And they sit there like... For the sake of all sentient beings, I give you initiation. May you all become Buddhas. And I sat through these initiations. I sit there and I go, get me out of here. Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. Oh my God, I've come across some of them, And you sit there and you go, look, jeez, get me out of here, I want to just hang out in a club and just have a Coke, a Diet Coke. You know what I mean? Not a Coke. I'm not allowed to have Cokes except on Wednesdays when I do my legs because I need glycogens. But anyways, I'm not allowed Cokes except Diet Cokes. Is there anything in Diet Coke that makes you fat? No, I don't think so. But anyways, yeah. Or you go to some of these Rinpoche, some of these teachers, sit there and they do these ceremonies, you sit there and you leave. What was his name? What initiation you get? What mantra you have to do? How much you pay? Nobody knows. I've asked hundreds and hundreds of people. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. And sometimes I ask these people to go to church. It's the same. Buddhism, Christianity, all that stuff. People who don't practice it correctly, all the same. They're all good. They all are weird. If you don't practice it correctly. Not Christianity, the people. Some they come and they say, oh, the church says, I can't eat with you. I say, why not? You're a heathen. Oh. Okay, I'm a heathen. But you can't eat with me. Can I eat with you? Yeah. Or they'll say like, they can't do this, they can't do that, they can't go here, they can't participate in this and this. And all I hear is rules and rules and rules and rules and more rules. There's nothing more deeper. You can't. If you can't, you do it, you go to hell. Simple as that. I was thinking it's going to be a big hell. We're all going to be down there. There's a special room down there just for me. But I've asked them to install acorns. But then in Buddhism there's cold hell, so maybe I need a heater. But never mind. Yeah. So when you think about it, when we go to the church, when we go to the temple, any religion, any denomination, what do we have? What do we expect? Our expectation is that the person on the throne, me, or the preacher, or the statue, or the God, or the Buddha, or the image, or whatever is there to create a miracle for us. And we want to apply no effort. I'm guilty of it too. It's not just you, me too. I've gone to Tara and said, can I have $10 million? I think she said no because I never got it. But anyways, I'm still waiting for the check. Talk about tired. I can see it on my gravestone to be waiting for the check. Yes. Anyways, we want our problems solved. And we think that these people, these gods, these deities, these religious people can solve it for us. They can't. They can't. No one can. But if you can recognize where the problems come from, and you can recognize the source. And I'm sorry to say, with the deepest respect to all of you and to everyone in the world, the problems are made by ourselves. We created them. We created the problems. We want other people to solve it for us. And when they don't solve it, when we don't realize that truth, we actually create more problems for ourselves, trying to solve the problem. Yes, you have problems, you have complications, you have difficulties. But you created the problems. Accept that truth first. What does that mean? Take responsibility. I create the problems. So when you take that responsibility, you don't blame others anymore. A lot of anger goes down. A lot of anger immediately goes down. You don't blame others. 2, 1. So one way of controlling anger as a side benefit is accepting responsibility for your problems. Okay, maybe your staff is stupid. Hey, you wanted to start the business, honey. You wanted to be rich, so you have to have staff. Don't complain. Maybe the people you're dealing with are stupid. Well, don't do business. Go be a monk. I'll make you a monk. Some of you don't even need to shave your hair off. Pretty short already. So, some of you complain about people backstabbing. Yes. Everywhere got that. You're not exceptional. Yes. Everywhere you go, you have people backstabbing. Why? They don't have knowledge. They don't have wisdom. They don't know that by doing that, they create harm for themselves and others. They're ignorant. I'm not saying, well, that makes it okay. It's not okay. But if you're going to be in a business where there's more of that, you take responsibility for being in that business with respect to you. I don't say that as a put down. If you're going to be in this kind of business where that type of people are more superficiality, you're going to be expecting more of that. So if you expect more of that, you get more of that. Don't complain because you go into it knowing that. You take responsibility. So when I say take responsibility, it doesn't mean that, oh, you're stuck with your problems, that's it. What I'm saying is, first step of solving problems, according to Buddhist principles, is accepting the responsibility that you created the problems yourselves. You created the problems. I had people come to me, I've got 6 kids, I'm out of a job, I can't feed them. Who told you to have the kids, honey? Did you hear about protection? I tell them that. They look at me, oh, but you're a Rinpoche, you can't say that. I said it, so? The gods didn't come down to punish me. I'm not being rude and mean, I'm being very truthful. Think about it. You create the problems. Then some people come to me, oh, I have to pay for this, I have to pay for this, I have to pay for this, I have to pay for that. Yeah, but you bought the car. You bought the yacht. You bought the $14 million house. You bought the, you joined the gym that costs $20,000 a year. You did it. You asked for it. You wanted it. So you create the problems. Then you go and you want someone to solve it for you. Then, sometimes we have problems with deepest respect to everyone. Sometimes I have a lot of people come in. A lot of people. I think this is the biggest divination I get besides business. Is marriage. You chose the person. You take responsibility for it. You're with it. You have it. I'm not saying, oh, you bought off too much, you bit off too much that you can chew. No. I don't say this pointing finger at you. I don't say this in a bad way. I say it in a way of truth. Realize that. You picked it. You got it. So when you get the problem, you've got to deal with it. Because you chose it. For whatever reasons. So don't create more problems by explaining, talking, and making more problems for other people in order to relieve your problems. Realize, number 1, take responsibility for your problem. Take it. I created it. So if you started the problem, you take responsibility for it. And you must face it and not do it again. Never mind face. Never mind shamefulness. Never mind all that. It will be more shameful when the problem becomes bigger and it becomes long term. Better to face it now and avert it. So when Lord Buddha taught us on how to solve our problems, He taught from experience, He taught from wisdom, He taught from realization. So from such a person, you can fully trust. If Tsem Rinpoche was teaching some weird Dharma on his own, he called it Tsem Buddha's, Dharma. Then you guys going to say, wait a minute, the red flags have to go up. What's up? What's going on? Tsem Rinpoche Dharma? Tsem Buddha? Tsem Buddha? Buddha? Tsem? Oh my God. Then you have to think. Because Tsem Rinpoche is not teaching from experience. He's not teaching from enlightenment. Lord Buddha was. Lord Buddha did. We can rely on that. That gives us some confidence to follow. So once you recognize the problem, and two, you must take responsibility. Take responsibility for your problem. Take responsibility. Accept that you created the cause, either in this life or a previous life. Stop complaining. Stop looking for sympathy. Stop running around and bad-mouthing other people and talking and trying to make enemies to solve your own problem. In the process, make more enemies. Take responsibility. You created the problem. Karmically, in a previous life, this life, and environmentally, you stirred up the problem. Accept it. And when the problem comes, do not look for crooked, funny, sideways, tricky, dishonest ways to solve it. Because it was the dishonest, tricky, and negative and bad intention ways that brought you to that problem in the first place. So when you apply further methods in order to bring more tricky, dishonest, funny, weird methods to solve your problem, immediately, symptomatically, the problem may be solved. Symptomatically. Symptom. But the actual problem becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Please think about that. I offer this to you with respect. Some of you have more knowledge than me and older than me. I don't say this to you as a scolding way or scathing way. It's with respect. My job as a Dharma teacher, I teach you the Dharma. Simple as that. So, not to create more circumstances for the problem to become bigger and larger. Don't use dishonest ways. Don't lie. Don't cheat. Don't hurt people around you anymore. By hurting them, you dig your problem deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Accept responsibility for the problems you have. And don't stay there and look for methods to come out. Take refuge in Lord Buddha or your Yidam. 100% from your heart. Do black tea to your personal Dharma protectors, whoever it may be. Maybe Pendanomo, maybe Setrap, maybe Ma Kala Kalurupa, I don't know. All of you have different ones. And fight and push and work hard. Then something must come out. Truth has results. Buddha said that. Truth has results. It has results. Don't trick yourselves or ourselves or your friends by saying, well, what I'm doing now is honest, but maybe the problem was created from something not honest, not truthful, not good. Accept, turn it around, and apply methods that do not create further harm, further dissatisfaction among people around you. Some people suffer from loneliness.